Historic flooding across southeast Wisconsin.
Whoa! What? Where's Viv? Where's Viv? All right, you good? You good? Oh my God. Jake, are you okay? Coming in! Yeah! Mailbox right here.
Just chilling out here in this water.
This is not the situation Chris McHenry ever thought he'd be in when he drove onto Highway 145 early Sunday.
But we out here, man. We going through things in Milwaukee, man.
As water rose from the floor of his car to the headrest, McHenry climbed onto the roof and started live streaming. The video has now gotten more than 9 million views.
I gotta get the keys out. Look at this.
This is not good.
What's up, guys? So about a week ago in Wisconsin we got some pretty bad rain, so there's a lot of like flooded areas and shit, so I'm gonna go and check those out a little bit today. Like they're doing some kind of like death notification or something. That's a police department, and then the police department and the medical examiner's office vans right there. Interesting. Yesterday there was a 20-year-old kid who tried to walk across one of the train tracks. It sounded like he was like crawling, so he crawled under the train track and he got ran over by the train and killed. So maybe it has something to do with that. Kind of sucks. Very sad though. As far as the flooding stuff goes, about a week ago there was a ton of flooding here. So we got way more rain and stuff than we usually get. So there's a big river that runs through the city and through most of the county over here, and it started to flood. So there were a lot of houses that were affected from the floodwaters. There were a lot of different areas too that flooded. There were some ponds and lakes that flooded also. So there was water covering most of the roads that were near the river. So I don't know if those roads are still affected, but it's possible. So we're gonna go check out and see whether or not there's still water covering all these roads. You could already kind of see some of it. The river is right up here, so like that little area over there is a little flooded. I don't know if you'll be able to see the river from right here though. Oh yeah, you can. It looks like it's gone down quite a bit. Yeah, this little spot right here got pretty flooded out. Usually this is like part of a field. I drove past here 2 days ago, and these houses have had water just pouring out of them since. Like those are connected to the house, like to the basement. So there's probably a ton of water in those two houses right there. Jeez. All this water over here is coming out of people's houses. That sucks. Let's look and see really quick. Oh yeah, it's still very full. You can see where the grass is supposed to be over there. Yeah, it's coming through quite a bit. Yeah, like all over there is supposed to be just grass. Still pretty flooded. We'll go in the park and check it out a little bit in there. I want to ride over there, but I don't want people to complain that I'm riding over there. Yeah, that whole thing's underwater. Look how good it looks. The bike looks so good. I love it. Damn. There's a little bit of water on the roads now, but there's nothing crazy. He's gonna go all the way through it. Fuck the barricades. Ah, never mind, they turned. We'll go downtown and check out some of those bridges because I know it's overflowing there a little bit. I don't think it's overflowing anymore, but it definitely did. And it's still pretty high, so we'll go check it out a little bit. Down here was closed off for a little while, so it looks like the water's still really high. We'll ride through there a little and see if we can see over here. Yeah, the river runs like right through this road, and it did get pretty bad over here, so it looks like there's still some flooding. You can see the water just kind of seeping through. The water rose 8 feet over its normal level. So yeah, obviously the water's not supposed to be that high. It's got a pretty good current going through it too. Backyard, their little swing sets underwater over there. They got pretty bad. There's a park on the other side of this, and you can see it's like flooded over there. Little baseball field that's flooded. Yeah, the water's only supposed to come from here in this area over to like the first set of trees over there, but it's extended all the way over to that like light pole over there, and it's gotten pretty bad. This is significantly above what it normally is. This whole area is like underwater. much more water than it normally is over here. While it was raining, there were like 30,000 people without power. I think most of the power issues have been restored though. It's been a few days, so I can't imagine that people are still having to go through that. This is the most water I've ever seen over here. That's insane. That should be like a whole ass walkway right there, but it's all just covered in water. I don't know if you could see like the difference in the color. This is supposed to be a walkway all the way down to some trees and stuff that are over there. I think this was already ruled as one of the worst floods in Milwaukee County history. One of the worst floods in the area for sure. More towards like Milwaukee and stuff, there were houses that were completely underwater, cars that were fully submerged. They were just parked in the street. So very high waters. Most of it's gone down now. It's been days and days since its last rain. So there aren't like as many issues, but just crazy. So all this was underwater from the flooding. This whole corner right here, you can see just how high it's gotten. It's not normally that level, but yeah, it kind of rose over. I don't even know what I'm saying. Kind of rose over and flooded that little area over there. Yeah, look at how much water. Like that's supposed to be a walkway right there, but it's just completely overtaken them. Little bear statues were completely submerged. That's how tall the water got. Well, the tall bear wasn't, but the two smaller bears were totally underwater. So I mean, it's gone down already pretty significantly, but it was crazy. That's supposed to be like a whole walkway right there and stuff, and you kind of sit there and look at the river, but yeah, you can see the stairs under the water over there. It's just crazy how much water came through here. You could see where stuff was left from where the water came up. Wild. Lots of flooding. It was over this road too. At one point, the water came all the way up over this road, which is insane. I don't think I'm supposed to be right here. I think this used to be a road that they blocked off. It's just nuts. Yeah, I guess I'll be a responsible person and go out to the main road. insane. At one point, I know that this little dam the water was filled all the way up, so you couldn't even tell that the little thing was there. Just a crazy amount of water came through here. I'm sure these fishermen love it. The water smells terrible. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot that you can really see over there. Yeah, that's crazy. Right there is completely under. You can see the top of the rails have like grass and stuff in them. The water was super high. That guy just caught a pretty nice fish though. Pretty good. This park, it's gone out way more than what it was, but this whole little play area was underwater. It's a big fucking kid. Jesus Christ. Understand how people ride in just sunglasses. You still get stuff in your eye and you still get all that air in your eyes, so your eyes are constantly just watering the whole time. That's one of the main reasons why I ride with helmet. Pretty full over here. It's not too terrible, I guess. Other than the floods, there's not much new going on. Still working all the freaking time, which sucks because I want to be out riding my motorcycle, especially on days like today. So thank God I have off today, but just a lot of working and stuff like that, so I haven't really been able to ride. The floods kind of suck though, because I had to work during the floods, which was not fun. But hopefully the water starts like going down pretty much, or hopefully the water goes down the rest of the way here pretty soon, because it's kind of annoying. Thankfully a lot of the roads that were closed are now open, so you can still like drive through them and stuff, which is nice because pretty much the entire downtown area was closed off, and if I need to get like anywhere, then I would have to go through downtown, so it was hard trying to find ways around it. But thankfully it's all back open and stuff now, so you can still pass through it. The water's still really high though, which is crazy. Right over here is where that kid got killed the other day. Well, yesterday, I guess. Apparently he was crawling kind of right over here in this area. So apparently he was crawling right before it happened. So I don't know why he was crawling or what was going on, but it was like right through there. But the train came through, basically ran over him, and then continued. So he crawled into the train. So the train already passed him, and then as it was passing, he crawled in between two of the train cars, like under it. And the train kept going for 18 miles before they decided to, or before they could stop, basically. Before they even knew that anything had happened. Just sucks. The city kind of put out a statement, and at the end of the statement they said basically like, if you're in a crisis situation, call the suicide hotline. So they never like said directly whether or not it was a suicide, but from the sound of it, it sounds like it is. We've had a total of 3 suicides there in the past like maybe 8 or 9 months now, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine having to go through pain to the point of where I feel like taking my own life is better than not doing so. Before I decided to end my exploration for the day, I wanted to do something kind of go a little bit faster, because I haven't been able to ride this thing in a while, and I like to go fast sometimes. So I come out here if I can find a little area that's not filled with cars or anything that I can go faster than like 20 miles an hour on. I just want to get a good pull on. I'm just going to turn around here and then go back up the other way. My nose really itches, so I gotta fix that super fast. Make sure no one's coming behind me. Alright. Quick 0 to 6. No, I can't. Fuck. This thing's so quick. My GoPro died, so I had to pull in this little neighborhood right here and change out the battery really quick. Look at how good this motorcycle looks though. It's crazy. I love it. Super fun bike. I love riding this thing. It's a ton of fun. The exhaust on this bike really changes the game. It sounds so good. It's insanely loud too. Luckily you can't really hear that much of the exhaust noise from the rider position, but outside of the bike it's super loud. Completely changes this bike. gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out some of my other videos, subscribe to the channel to see more, and like this video. You guys help me out a ton and I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys later.